Hi, I'm Peyton George. Today you're going to be getting ready with me while I just chit chat about life, wellness, acne, and my health journey and the ups and downs that I've been going through with my acne journey. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, subscribe. I talk about health, wellness, fashion, lifestyle, and I also do modeling and acting, so you'll come along with me to sets sometimes. And yeah, welcome to the family if you're subscribed, and let's get into the video. I hope it's not too loud, but I'm gonna do a really simple makeup look today. So a lot of my acne has subsided and there's still a little bit, but it's mostly like the redness and the scarring that's been an issue. Although I just started Tretinoin about 4 weeks ago, so I had a pretty bad purging phase where it felt like it had gotten better because of the other products that I was using, like an AHA and a BHA, and then I feel like it just like rushed all back. And even though like I wake up and I look like this, and it's like getting flatter, but there's still a lot of redness and there's still a lot of scarring. But like this is just to be like super real and to share with you what my skin looks like before I put anything on it, and like how I cover it. Because on Instagram, like, you would never know that I was struggling this bad with acne, and in my modeling photos you probably wouldn't either. A lot of them are like edited, and the makeup usually covers all the redness. Let's just start the makeup. And I just put a tiny bit, and this is a full coverage foundation, and it has been a lifesaver, and it actually doesn't have any of my no-nos for what I consider a no-no in makeup and skincare. Look at that. Like, it can't cover a bump, but it can definitely cover the redness, and you only need a tiny amount. I have started Tretinoin, and I've seen 3 different doctors. I've gotten my hormones tested. I've been on and off of benzoyl peroxide. I'm actually back on, and it makes my skin very dry. I know, I'm getting a call. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, back to it, because that was just a call from one of my bridesmaids and she's helping with the dresses, so I just wanted to take that really quick. Haven't done anything else. I am gonna curl my eyelashes now. I just want to say, film this in completely natural light, so I'm just filming close to the window, and then you can kind of see how the makeup turns out, because I know the stress of feeling like everything on social media feels like everyone has perfect skin and perfect bodies and perfect hair and perfect lives. But like, let's just be real for a minute and like show our insecurities as well. I mean, this has been a huge struggle and insecurity of mine, especially with modeling and acting. Like, showing up to sets without makeup on and having so many acne scars or breakouts can be really damaging, and then it's just, you never know. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna be so good to go for the shoot, and then I'm like have a purging session, and I feel like that can just be really damaging, because also it's part of my career, and that's hard to deal with when it's not just your self-esteem, but it's part of your career. I mean, I'm sure that other people deal with it just as bad or worse than I do, and I just wanted to be real about it. Back to my health journey. So like, as this kind of happened, it wasn't always that bad. I can show you progress photos, because I've been taking progress photos for a couple of years, and it wasn't always that bad. And I even like had a really good spell of having literally nothing, and then it just kind of came back all of a sudden. I even walked the runway without any makeup on, which was crazy. Like my skin was just like perfect, it had no scarring, everything had like subsided, and then voila, it wants to come back and be like that. So it's just, I mean, it's an on and off journey, and I just like to like not do anything in a special order, but just kind of like as I see fit, where I'm like, okay, that needs a little bit, or like I feel more confident when I have like a little bit of lip on. So I just kind of like look through my makeup, I'm like, oh yeah, that. The journey has been, I've seen a holistic doctor and went on a protocol, which was like no dairy, a few different supplements, digestive enzymes, magnesium. The magnesium helped a lot. I don't know if necessarily like with skin, and then I got my hormones tested and also got tested for some parasites. Everything came back normal, except for I have a little bit of low testosterone, and that's also something that I've noticed in like mood swings, low energy, just like chronic fatigue, like no motivation to do anything. And that's also a struggle that I've been having and dealing with. Hopefully it's gonna get better. I'm trying to do it as naturally as I can. I have an anti-inflammatory prescribed to me as well for some different reasons, because I guess I've been having some inflammation, and that can also be part of causing acne. So yeah, it's just trying to figure all this out is really stressful. And then also like I have a wedding coming up in less than 8 months, like 7.5 months, and I really want my skin to just like look really pretty and glowy on my wedding day. I feel like I'm gonna be really upset if it isn't. So this tretinoin journey has been pretty good for me so far. I feel like I've been on it for almost 5 weeks, and I've definitely seen some improvements. I definitely had a purging phase, but now everything has, not that it's all subsided, but a lot of it has flattened out, and then hopefully the scarring will just go away too as time goes on, and then we can be happy. I am happy, and I try to like really just appreciate the good parts of my skin as well, and like look on the positive side. Like I know it could be a lot worse. Like it could be, I'm glad that I'm like able to wear makeup, and that like I learned how to do makeup when I was younger, so that like I would be able to cover it up. And I'm so glad for people just being more understanding, and I actually attribute that a lot to the people on the internet who have shared their acne journey. So I really wanted to make this into a positive thing and just share the journey that I'm on with my acne, and it's been on and off and good and bad and all these things. So it's normal to deal with it, especially because like I started dealing with it in my 20s. Like I never really had acne as a teenager, like maybe a pimple here or there, but it wasn't ever like this. So this is like definitely a different story for me, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't have to deal with it in high school, because that would have been a lot harder for me. And now I feel like I have like a really good support system where people are like, yeah, that's supernatural, we've all dealt with it. And for that I'm really grateful. People just feel like a lot more, even in like the workplace where I'm supposed to, or at least I put it on myself to just have really, really clear skin, because it's like when you have a model, like covering up acne is like not the most fun thing. Having to edit it out in photos is not the most fun thing, and I totally understand that. And I feel really bad for the people that hire me and then they're like, okay, well, like she's having a really bad day. And then I also feel like that kind of can hinder my confidence in the workplace as a model and as an actor. Luckily, it is pretty concealable, and not always is it gonna like look the best, and sometimes I have scars that are darker, and it doesn't matter if I really pick them or don't pick them, they kind of are been scarring. Anyway, I like this Dior highlighter palette. Like, it's good for the eyes and kind of like a little tiny bit on my like cheeks. I'm just gonna put some powder on. But yeah, I'm just actually just want to turn this into a more positive experience where we can connect about it instead of, you know, just like isolating ourselves and like feeling not good enough, because God knows I've done that. It's not gonna be completely covered today. Plus, I don't want to wear like mountains and mountains of makeup if I'm only like filming from my apartment. When you deal with acne, you don't want it to show, but like you also don't want to wear like mountains and mountains of makeup over it, and then I mean, at least me, like I always feel like I just want to take it off and like let my skin breathe. And we're just gonna put a little bit of mascara on. Okay, I feel like, I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I don't really want to put like a lot of powder on top of it. I just put kind of like a little bit of a setting, but I don't want to do too much because like the powder also can like make my pretty dry skin look even drier and cakey, and I just not looking for that kind of look today. Anyway, okay, that did not fall how I wanted it to, but I mean, this is kind of our really natural full coverage for the most part makeup look. So thank you guys for listening to me rant and just connecting with me over non-perfect skin in a world that kind of sometimes expects us to have perfect skin all of the time. But I will keep you updated on my health and wellness journey, as well as my journey recovering from acne, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.